Hey, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I wanted to show you how we are consistently booking 3 to 5 qualified appointments on a daily basis for our agency. And this is part of our podcast sales system. So, what we are doing is that we are sending thousands of invites to a specific target customer into our podcast. We build a relationship with them through that interview, and then we are moving them into a sales conversation wherein we help them achieve a goal that they want to achieve or overcome a challenge that they are facing. So, what I'm going to show you here today is how we are pre qualifying them so that we can make sure that we are booking qualified appointments for our agency. Let me share my screen and show you how this works because this all starts with the outreach in where we, of course, contact thousands and thousands of leads per day. So, if you look at this one, this is a 3 month campaign. We've already contacted 52,000 leads. We've generated 1,759 opportunities. So the 1,759 opportunities are those who said, hey, yes, we would be willing to join your podcast. Now, we can't just accommodate everyone to become a guest because, again, we're doing this so that we can meet people who are potential clients. So what we would do then is get them through an application form that looks like this, right? So I'll fill this up for you just for an example. And we would ask them, what their current income. If they're below 10K, they wouldn't be able to book a meeting. If they choose 10K to 20K, 30K to 50K, above 50K, they will be able to book a meeting. So with this example, I choose 30K to 50K. And then we also ask which best describe what you do so that we know what type of, you know, person we're talking to. It could be an agency owner, it could be a corporate executive, a coach, or consultant, or CEO or founder of a B2B fund. It doesn't really matter. We can help pretty much everyone. So let's say here, let's put agency owner. And then, of course, we ask them, what is your top priority? Leverage AI and automation, write and publish a book, get more leads and clients. So depending on what they would say, of course, in this case, if they choose get more leads and clients, then that is a qualified appointment for us. And then this one is just a question to help them, introduce themselves even more. So if I submit this, it's going to be able to go to the next page, which is the booking page. And this is where we can already see the appointments coming in. For January 12, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For January 13, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how many we have more. Okay, we actually have more for January 13, like we have 7. And then January 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are consistently getting 35, 8 appointments on a daily basis. And we can even actually open this up even more depending on the capacity of the team. And if we look at, the leads that are coming in, we would see then here on the side their answers to the question. So this guest is doing 30K to 50K and he wants to get more leads and client. Then he introduced himself in this part of the question. So that becomes a guest, and then we accommodate them into the podcast. We interview them, turn it into into a podcast episode, publish it on, of course, Spotify. And I wanted to share this with you so that you can start looking at this from your perspective for your business. All you have to do is to make sure that the guests that you're going to talk to are potential clients. So I'll give you an example. We have a client who helps people invest. So, and he's in the real estate side of investing. All he wants is to be able to talk to people who are high net worth individuals. So one of the questions that we would be asking for that client is the income of the guest and also their location and if they are investing or not, or if they have investment. We have a client as well who is a B2B marketing consultant. And one of the questions he would ask is, hey, what department are you struggling in with your business? And if the guest or potential guest chose marketing, then that could be a potential client for him. And you can also ask, number of employees, revenue of the company, pretty much any question that you think would be suitable or will help you identify if the guest is going to be um, a potential client, because that's a most important part of the podcast sales system. Again, you are using this or doing this not to just create content, but mainly to generate consistent flow of potential clients for your pipeline. The more people you get to talk to on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, that meets the requirement of your ICP, the higher chances, of course, that you're going to be able to build a network of potential clients and turn that into paying customers. Just like one of our clients was able to close already, at this point, $70,000 worth of revenue and looking to add another six figures of income in his business by simply doing this. So you can do this on your own, or you can, of course, work with us and we're going to do it for you. Just make sure that when you do this, you reach out to people. You don't um, slap them with sales pitches. You invite them into a podcast. It needs to be real. It needs to be authentic. You actually need to be curious and ask them questions, and then you invite them only people who are potential clients, so that you can maximize your time, right? And that is just kind of like what is the flow of the podcast sales system. You reach out to your target customer, you invite them into your podcast, you pre qualify the guest, you interview them, and then you move them into most of the time, it's going to be like a consulting meeting, or it's a meeting where you can help them even more to establish your expertise and, of course, to build and strengthen that relationship even more. When you get to a point that you want to scale, just in my case, I am doing this already, and some of the clients are doing this already. You can have one of your team do the interview, right? And then that person would be the one who builds a relationship with the guest and then bridge you and connect you to the guest or potential client, right? And that way that person can do like 10 interviews per day, and that could be like what, 50 per week, so that could be 200 meetings on a monthly basis. So that's doing it at scale. We are contacting 4,000 leads to be able to do that, and it's possible, it can be done. And the most important part is that what I showed you here today, the part where you pre-qualify them, because a lot of people are going to respond, which is one of the most amazing thing about podcast sales system, is that you don't burn your emails you're using for outreach, so you don't get blacklisted. You reach out to people, invite them into a podcast. If they say yes, you qualify them and turn them into a guest. And then, of course, if they're even more qualified to become a customer, you turn them into a paying customer. Awesome. Make sure that you do this on purpose and intentional. Don't fake it, because the guests will see that, and that's just not how, that's not the right way of doing this. You want to do this so that you can generate leads, acquire customers, and create content at the same time, right? That podcast episode can be turned into short clips. It can be turned into a lot of different types of contents as well. And, not to mention, a podcast is already an amazing channel for you to establish your authority in this space. So I hope this video helps to generate more leads and more clients, and of course also help you create content and then scale your business so that even more you can help more people. You can take care of your family even more, and of course achieve your goals. Thank you and have a great day. Cheers.